Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Yay! Happy
Hello,
comic book
everyone.
day.
Hello, everyone. Happy New
I think
Comic
it's
Book Day
Christmas.
once
Christmas
again.
once again. What up, James Lang? We got James in here already.
James, what's up, bro? Yeah. So how was your week? How was
We
your
get our
comic
books
week?
this week. It was good. I wear glasses now, guys. I can see. I
Yeah.
was talking with Lorenzo before we came on. It's you get used to your normal vision and you don't realize that your normal vision is blurry until you go to the eye doctor and you get to see what good vision is, and then you realize that your vision's kind of not as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
So
Welcome.
I'm enjoying being able to see. It's really cool.
Welcome to the club, my friend. Welcome to the club. There she
What up, Phil?
is.
Good to see you. The lovely
Hey,
Miss Janet.
hey, Phil. Woot. Indeed. So, man, I caught, I guess a lot of folks caught you and my other son doing a duo with one of the comic legends, Bueller, Monday. That was a fun thing, huh?
Yes, that was cool. And check me out on Instagram. I put a little clip together of Bueller and Reggie and their little rivalry that they have. Of course, I had to stoke the flames a little bit,
You did.
and I
You were
posted a funny
instigating.
reel.
You were
And
instigating.
another, while we're talking about other channels, Comic Journey. I don't know if you may not be familiar with him, but Comic Journey on YouTube. He's known for not showing his face; he just shows his hands. And he had been promoting an interview with Comic Tom and fired. Well, really, just Comic Tom for a while. And I didn't believe that he really got Comic Tom, but sure enough, last night he had Comic Tom and Fire Guy Ryan on his show, and it was
They were doing
funny
the hands
because
thing.
both they
Yeah.
both did the
Yeah,
handshake,
yeah,
and it
yeah,
was it was hilarious. I highly recommend you watch the replay on that interview. It was really an enjoyable interview. I actually really one of the best things I've ever watched in terms of comic book YouTube. I really enjoyed that one, so I would highly recommend you guys check it out. And yes, Bueller on Scotty Vaughn's channel was a good time. Bueller is one of my homies. Bueller was actually he my first live ever on my channel. Bueller jumped on. That's how
I
cool
remember that.
he
Yeah.
is. So
Yeah. He's
that
the
was
man.
very cool. It was cool to hang out. Always cool to hang out with him. And
Yeah.
he dropped some news on
He did.
Scotty's channel
Exclusive,
interview
right?
with
Did people know about that
yes.
before?
That was the it's just been announced. Now
It's an
there's not been an
exclusive.
official announcement yet.
Yeah.
But he did get exclusive news that there is a new sponsor for the Bueller bus. It will no longer be Whatnot wrapped around that. It will now be Dynamite Comics. Will be the new main sponsor of
About
the
that?
Bueller bus. We're going to
How
see
about?
Red Sonja, Dynamite characters on there, and I'm excited about it. He said it's a much better deal than he had with Whatnot, and of course Robbie does work. Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers does work with Dynamite, and I really enjoy both Robbie and Bueller. Bueller was down in Alabama last year with the bus, and they taped a video with Robbie on the bus. Highly recommend you check that out. Really enjoyed that interview and that
Yeah.
chat. I really enjoy the interactions between them. But I would love to see them do some stuff together for Dynamite because I love seeing them together. And excited for what's next for Bueller, man. It's going to be interesting to see the Dynamite deal.
Yeah, I was forecasting a Spawn bus, but Red Sonja bus would be pretty kick ass too. I'd love to see that.
Image Comics would have been huge.
I
That would have
know,
been
but
incredible.
Dynamite is a pretty big catch. I think Dynamite, they got loot. I mean, they got deep pockets.
Well,
All those variant covers
it's
they make.
true.
So yeah, they got,
It's
they're
very true, but
yeah.
it's one thing that Bueller mentioned is like, Bueller says he can't do much for something like Marvel for DC. They're too big, but he can make an impact for someone like Dynamite,
Mm,
and he was excited to do that work. And I'm excited to see what he does. I think
me
Bueller
too.
has a great mind in terms. He has a great minds in terms of being an ambassador for this comic
Mm-hmm.
book thing and this liaison. It's one of the main reasons I'm a big fan of him. He's just a great ambassador for this comic book thing. And I think a lot of times we want to tear down our ambassadors, and I want to lift them up because those people are or how we're going to get some fresh blood into this hobby and keep this hobby going for years to come, which I think
Sure.
should be a goal of all of ours, is to get rid of all this gatekeeping, stop tearing down our ambassadors like Comic Tom and Bueller and these people out here making moves for us, and start building them up, and let's build this community, this hobby. But let me
For
get off
sure.
my high horse. Did we get our books this week?
We got our books. A couple more shout outs.
All
What's
right.
up? What's up there? Truth and Faith, brother. We got Sleepy.
My
What's
homie
up, Damien?
Damien.
How you doing?
Good.
Yes, and
Truth and
the Pocan Joe. Am I pronouncing him right? Pocan Joe.
Pocan Joe,
Pocan
yes.
Joe. Yeah,
Thank
that's a
you.
dope video.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Damien.
Yes.
I
Yes.
was really proud. I've been proud of the series so far. I'm looking forward to somebody hitting me up for episode 4, because I do not have an episode 4 currently. So if anybody has a comic book story and an opinion they want to give about that story, hit me up. Let's record Saturday so I can push this thing out immediately. Let's go.
Uh, I'm gonna get you one soon, but I don't know if I'll make it by Saturday. But you're on my
It
mind.
is hard.
It
It is
is. Yeah.
hard, and you don't really understand how hard it is until you sit down and try and do it. To form your thoughts, to frame your thoughts, to get everything that you want to say together in a coherent way, it's really difficult. So I know I'm asking a lot when I ask for storytellers, but I promise you, I'm going to give you a lot too. You're going to put it together, and I'm going to shine that. I'm going to shine the shit out of it, baby.
You've been shining so far. Hey, Fabric. Good to see you. Yeah. So yes, and the
Hey, we
dark.
got Gabriel in here. What up, Gabriel?
Hey, how you doing, Gabriel? I appreciate the love. Yeah. So I did pick up a bunch of books, and there's Mr. Beckerman also. What's up, dude?
There's my guy.
Uh,
That's
oh
my guy
man.
right there. He's not always nice. He's not always nice to me, but I love that dude. That's my guy.
He's a great dude. Oh man. So first thing is one of the greatest comics of all time. One of the most famous covers of all time. I'll probably never own this thing, but man, every time I see a facsimile, I have to pick it up. And man, this is a great looking one. So this
I did not. I didn't.
129
I didn't buy this
facsimile.
one. I didn't.
You did?
I didn't buy that one in person. I did pre-order it from T-Fall, and my old roommate, who I have been slowly kind of maybe getting back into this comic book thing, he is ordering some of those new facsimiles that are coming out, and that was one of them that he wanted. So I'm going to give. I ordered multiple copies, so I'm going to give him one that I ordered. But I
Okay.
might be reeling him into this comic book thing, baby. Let's
Well,
go.
that's a great thing to do. She-Hulk number 10. Man, she's still running strong with her 10th issue. Sometimes she gets canceled pretty quickly, so hopefully Marvel doesn't pull the trigger too quickly this time.
Man, I hope not. I am enjoying. I just was just reading this before we did this live,
Mm-hmm.
and I am on issue. I'm on issue 7 now, working my way through, and I love that She-Hulk series, man. It's fun. Now I miss the Jen Partel art. I wish she would come back and do the interiors. But the book is fun. I'm enjoying the read. I'm interested in Jack of Hearts. I'm interested in her relationship with him and everything that's going on. Man, I'm eating it up, dog. I
I
love me some
know.
She-Hulk.
She even broke the fourth wall once, right? So it's bringing that, that cinematic feel to the comic book. Wow, you're blowing my mind
It's
here,
fun.
Marvel. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
enjoying it.
I'm down for it 100%. And also, I'm down for Strange Academy because these kids are just, man, they're pretty exciting. The most exciting thing in the Strange universe. And Doyle Dormammu, if that is your real name, is a pretty badass kid in his own right. Now, man,
I decided I want to read Strange Academy, but I'm just going to read it in the trades. I decided.
that's what a lot of folks say. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't, hop on way back when, it's like trying to get more SIKTC books or something. You might as well just read the trades. That's what I did with
Yeah.
that title.
Unfortunately, I'm trying to get those SIKTC books still. It's a
I've got a few that
rough
I
road.
got my eyes on, but I'm not hopeful unless they go down, which I'm also afraid of. So I'd rather not
I
get
need
them
to
than
win
have them
some
go
more
down.
bets.
Yeah, I know. Black Adam, man, this is a book I'm behind on. I better catch up on this because I'm not sure if it's. Is anyone else out there reading Black Adam? If so, let me know if it's good. Are you ambivalent about it? Because we're we're number 8 right now, and I'm not sure if if it's any good because I haven't read it since number 3. So
Yeah,
take that as an indictment for what it's worth. Ice Cream Man, which is thankfully an anthology, and you can read them out of order, and they are awesome every time you read them. I don't know where Maxwell Prince comes from with these ideas or where he gets them from, but my God, he seems to have endless material, and he's killing it on Art Brut too, which is something that I'm digging a lot.
Nice.
And speaking of your interview with Joe about Joe, man, I'm 2 issues behind on that one. He caught me up a little bit in the story, but he didn't really spoil anything, and it made me see this in a different light because I'm not a veteran and I don't have the insight that he has. And hearing him talk about how this is such a realistic story and the way they use the robot like as a human to some degree, you know what I'm saying? Like him and Joe are both suffering from the same thing, you know. So this is pretty ingenious.
I thought it was great to hear his take on it because it was a different way for me to look at the series. I've been enjoying this series too, but I was not looking at it quite the way that he was as a 17-year military vet, someone who'd served in the Middle East, served in combat, and he actually gets into the ambush in Ramada that pretty much ended his service because of the injuries. And it was emotional listening to him record that one, and it took me a week longer than I had planned to edit that one just because of the pressure I felt to do it, to not screw it up and offend anybody, you know, offend any military vet. I just wanted to have that respect and make sure I didn't do anything wrong. So felt a lot of pressure on that one, and I was happy with how it came out, man. So yeah, if you guys check it out, I appreciate it. I'm real proud.
Please
of
do. It's got a bunch of views already, but man, yeah, please check it out on Surcam's channel, Circumstances on YouTube. So another mention by your boy Robbie. I saw that on your Instagram too, talking about Lovesick. Yeah. So man, I mean, I can't wait to read it now. I mean, I know it's been pretty crazy so far, but he's like, it's a bridge too far for him, maybe.
When he said cannibalism is not sexy, I was
it is not.
Okay, all right.
It is not sexy. But you have to remember, there are people out there with lots of crazy fetishes that are so different than you, as I've found out. It's like, really? That's a thing? Oh, so it's just a bridge too far for like most of us, but somebody somewhere, God forbid, is thinking about something like that, and Luana Vecchio has had the nerve to go there. There's something that she has on the internet called Something for Your Mind. Look up her name, Luana Vecchio, and Something for Your Mind. It's like a little thing on the website, on the web, that has got some lovesick kind of art on there. And you might find it interesting if you like the series. I know Rude likes the series. Nice. I don't see him in the chat yet, but he might want to check that out. All right, man. It was I tell you, the budget took a hit this week. Only got like 12 books, but man, that was that was a big one at the end. This one is I was going to get the B cover too, because I love that one. We were talking about it last week, with the type all over the front and all that. But I had to do some cuts, so I only got the A cover. But have you read this yet? Oh, you read it like immediately.
I did. I do. That is one of the few books I read right when I get home.
Yeah. So at least I got the A cover. I'm sure that the story is great. It's always good. Specs. I'm not sure this is number. I mean, the last in the issue 4. in the series. It's number 4. I'm not sure if it's the last in the series or not. But I mentioned that number 3 kind of lost me a little bit, but hopefully it'll come back with this one. This is a good book so far. Good writer, and I like a lot of stuff about it. We also talked about not getting a whatnot book ever. Well, I got a whatnot book. We talked about it last week. Liquid Kill.
No, they got him.
They got me. It feels so. It's like a pamphlet almost. It looks very slick. It's very well produced, but it's like really thin. I'm hoping it's a good story. 'Cause I did also pick up Quested, but someone mentioned that also. I haven't read it yet, but so now I've got two whatnot books I can. I can.
I'll look for those reviews, dude.
Yeah.
I know
Hopefully they'll be.
Comic Tom and Fire Guy Ryan are actually writing a whatnot book right now.
Oh, really?
I thought that was
Nice.
interesting. Yeah,
They're writing
they're
one.
gonna
Okay.
they're gonna have a book they wrote. Yeah,
Good for them. That's
they
sweet.
talked they talked a little bit about the back and forth, the process of coming up with it, which would be I mean, I know you know the process as you're doing it as we speak, which I would love to hear you talk about that actually. But it is interesting to think just the process of trying to come up with a comic book. It'd be crazy. It's hard, trying to come up with a YouTube video is hard enough. I can't imagine a
Yeah.
book.
And those guys' hands are pretty full too. So I think writing
Yeah,
writing a book, so they can do it. They're young, got a lot of spunk. Barbaric number 2, Hell to Pay. Oh, speaking of which, Hell to Pay has been optioned now. So Hell to Pay, the series is flying off the shelves now. Another story. I digress.
it's a
Go ahead.
fun. This was a fun
This
issue.
one,
I enjoyed.
yeah, I've got to catch up on this too. I mean, I know you've been following it. You're current with it, I should say. But man,
It's up there. It's one of my absolute favorite books. I love Barbaric.
it is pretty damn funny. Last time I remember reading it. And the last couple of books, this one is another one we talked about last week. Blue Book. This is the Betty and Barney Hill Virgin cover. It was going for. This is another instance where I'm going to support the local shop because I think I pre-ordered this already and it was only like cover price. They're selling it for $7, but it's not an incentive or anything. It's just a virgin cover, but it's a very cool cover. Betty and Barney Hill on the alien abductees that probably are most well known in that genre. So the last book that just emptied my wallet was this one. This is the Superman #1, one per store.
I was looking at that one. My shop had that one for $30, and
You should have grabbed it, man. I tell you,
so pretty.
it might go down a little bit, but I think these one per stores hold their value. More so than some others because there are only so many of them. Like the ones that are, I think the limited edition, like limited to 500 or that kind of a thing, they may be kind of a similar amount, maybe less. But every one per store so far that I've bought is maintained its value and it stays there. So I'm hoping this one does the same. So we will see. But man, this emptied the wallet. I mean, probably could have got it a little cheaper on eBay, but with the shipping, and now I got to deal with Joe Rando eBay shipper, So I didn't want to do that. I'm just going to support the shop and go ahead and just I spend tons of money with mycomicshop.com, so throw some money their way too. Just be fair. And side note, speaking of perfect segue, Detective Comics coming out next week. I finally subbed at my B shop, at my secondary shop. They've been trying to get me to start a file there forever, and I finally opened the file there. And the first book I put on my pull list is Detective Comics. So I'm going to start reading this wonderful book here.
How many books did you put on the list at that shop?
So far, just that one. Just that one. Yeah. James Lang. Oh, James, he got that Superman for $25. Yeah, I paid more than that, James. Man, you got a good deal. What were you saying?
It looks like Fabric is looking for that Liquid Kill review here soon.
Oh,
And Phil's Treehouse not into the new Superman. I actually passed on the new Superman, but I think I'm going to go back on Friday and pick it up. I'm a DC guy.
Yeah, I know you are. That's you kind of got me into it. Like, you got action, right? So I'm gonna get detective. You know,
That's
Batman's my guy. You
yeah.
know, yeah. I'm not really a big Superman
I
fan
hear
either, but I like
Detective
New Beginnings.
Rom is writing Detective, right? I hear
That's the
Detective
thing.
is good.
That's the thing. That's why I picked detective because Rom's writing it. I love Batman. He's my one DC guy, my main DC guy. So I might as well start with that. You know, so I like it.
Before we get into the next week's stuff, though, you've been posting some stuff on Instagram, which shocking to see you post on Instagram. Bravo on that. But I see you've been working. It's a new digital comic book that you've been working on, and I saw you talked about some daddy drama today, which I also have some daddy
Well, yeah, most of us do, one way or another. Yeah. Depends on what degree of daddy drama we have, pretty much, you know. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is stuff I have never talked about before. I've been working, or at least it's been in the works for many, many years. In my ideal world, I would have been able to pay someone else with better skills than I to bring this to, to the comic book, because I've got the thing already planned out. You know, I just need to just make it happen. So I just figured, just do it, man. Just you keep waiting for be able to hire someone else. You're never going to get it done. So I just started doing it, and I did the first 3 pages, and I didn't format them for Instagram. Unfortunately, I've been on Instagram so long, I forgot how it's very unforgiving if you don't take a photo or
Yes,
do a
it is.
video. It's you got to jump through some hoops to get it onto your camera, to your mobile device. But I figured it out, and I'm going to be putting up posts every week of this, which is eventually going to be a printed book, in theory. So this is the
All
first
right.
few pages of my autobiography. Yeah, it's I changed a few names down the road, but everything that I talk about happened. It sounds pretty crazy sometimes, but yeah, yeah. So
So
thanks.
you heard it here. You heard it here, fam. Alternative City Comics on the Instagram is coming alive. Definitely get over there and follow Lorenzo because he will be pushing out content every week. And while you're there, you might as well follow Circumstances too. What's up?
Oh, yeah.
I got memes for days.
A twofer, a two. He's big on memes. Yeah, truth. You still might be able to get it for 30. I mean, I've seen it go as high as 50. That Superman, but I've seen it go as low as 30 too. So I think, Marcus, you said you just saw it for what, 25 at your shop or a 30 at your shop?
30. I saw it for
30.
30
So
at my
yeah,
shop.
so it's,
Yeah.
it's averaging 30. Yeah. Yeah, Damien. I think we should do that as soon as the print version comes out. Maybe I'll do some kind of a Kickstarter kind of a thing to fund it once I get it all
You-
printed, digitally printed, and then I can it's just a matter of printing it on paper.
Shut up and take my money. I'm in.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks again,
I
Truth,
want
man.
to. I want to. I want a shiny foil cover, please. Thank you.
I'll work on that. I'm sure there'll be no problem to print whatsoever. So there's an A cover, which is looking pretty nice on this detective. I mean, they've been looking like works of fine art. What's the cat that does this? Oops, that's the B cover. This is God, I can't remember his name, but he's been getting a lot of love over on Detective for these covers he's been doing. J.H. Williams is this person who's doing the B cover. And then
That's nice.
Colleen Doran is this C cover has really got me kind of excited. Yeah, this is multi-layered here. Yeah, so yeah, Detective Comics, man.
Who is that? Who is
This
that
is
on that cover? That's nice.
this is the Colleen Doran 1 in 25 cover here. So this
I
one,
gotta
this is
highlight that one.
yeah, yeah, they're both pretty dope. I mean, all three of them are very dope. But I think that 1 in 25 is, if I could get I've gotten some good deals on Detective 1 in 25. I bought one for like, I think, cover price, a little bit more than cover price. So, but
Man,
now
good luck on that one.
yeah, I know. It depends on who the cover artist is too. It's very
The
dependent.
concept with the bat is pretty cool on that one. I bet it's a hot one.
It is. It is. Love it. Actually, this is your book. This is number 1052. The Steve Beach cover. People are giving a lot of love too.
I like that cover, yeah.
And there's a Lee Weeks version of that same issue. Very graphic design oriented. And then there's Carrie Randolph, who's doing the Black History Month version of it. It's kind of cool too. I like Carrie's work. Carrie.
That's dope. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. And there's Jorge Forniers, the 1 in 25. Looks very, I don't know, like a alien. It's very cool though. I like it. And Bjorn Burns continues to kick all sorts of ass on Ghost Rider. This is number 12 coming out here. You know, this is the main thing I love about this book is his covers. It's a good story going on there too.
Is it a good? Is it good? Yeah.
I have read. Honestly, I have not read the last few issues. I read like the first 5 or 6, and they were all very good. They had Johnny Blaze being featured in the first issues. Now they're bringing back the other Ghost Rider. So yeah, it's a sleeper. I think there's a lot of Ghost Rider stands out there, and they know how good this is.
I can't believe we're 12 issues in on that already.
Yeah. It hasn't been canceled, yeah. So must be doing something right. It has some first appearances in there. So there's some pretty big stuff going on here. And Human Target number 12. I want to say this is the finale of this series, the Tom King series that I probably should be reading.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, I should have subscribed to this one rather than some of the ones that I did subscribe to, but. Yeah. Hey, and there's our guy.
Smoke weed every day.
Hey, good to see
you.
you.
Rude.
Yeah, yep. Hey, good you can make it, brother. So, yeah, the Human Target, best book I'm not reading. Probably the best book that some people aren't reading either. And a good Tom King story. So there's always Love Everlasting, which is on hiatus right now. I like that. You're pulling this, aren't you? Aren't you pulling Human Target?
I started off pulling it, but I dropped off. Even though I liked the art and I actually liked the story, it was just a victim of cuts. I was trying to cut back, and it got cut. But I did. I was liking it though.
Yeah. I mean, the numbers game is real. Sometimes you just have to like cut good books. Yeah. You know, because there's so many good ones out there. You know, it ain't you, it's me. Hollow's Eve. For real. I'm breaking up with you, Human Target. Hollow's Eve number 1. So I guess if you're a Spidey villain and you're a goblin, you gotta have your own series. So this is the world we live in. Hollow's Eve, I guess. I mean, it's a good character, but does she need her own miniseries? I think maybe they just test the waters. It's like if people buy this miniseries, then we can make it a maxi series or. I don't know. I mean, they're in the business of selling comics. I get that. But does every goblin need their own book? So pass now.
I'm good.
Okay. I got you. All right. Hollow's Eve. Not going to entice you with this Rose Besh cover here, perhaps? Looking good? Yeah. All right.
No, Rose Besh is all right, but I've never really gotten that tingly feeling over a Rose Besh cover.
Yeah. I mean, she's all right. I mean, I like her. She's a nice cover artist. Yeah, Stanley Art Germ.
Better than me.
Better than me too. Stanley Art Germ cover. That's not going to entice you in. No.
That looks cool. That looks cool.
Tell you what might get me, and this is what got me here. Another segue. I just dropped a grip on my mycomicshop.com monthly order more than I normally did. I meant to go in buying less. And of course, I bought more. And then I went on the Alex Ross Timeless spree. Oh, my God.
There's a new badge coming out, and I want all of them.
Oh, my God. I swear to God, I ordered like 16 or 17 of them. I didn't get them all. And I looked at my bills like, are you kidding me? And I wasn't doing duplicates. I
Oh,
didn't do
wow.
duplicates. It's like single issues. Just like, okay, yeah, that one. But
I
they
would
look
like
so
to
good.
have every single one. Maybe someday when I have money, it'll be my quest
Yeah,
to own every single
yeah.
one.
I mean, they're all excellent, and some are better than others. But I bought all the ones I couldn't live without. So I bought a bunch of those.
That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So if I see this in the store, I might pick it up just because this is a timeless cover. But this is the only cover I would buy of this book. And all these timeless covers double as artwork, just in case y'all don't know. And Cosmic Ghost Rider has been, man, dude, Cosmic Ghost Rider has got some people waiting for him, man. How about you?
Nobody.
No? Huh? No? Huh? Out today, looking on League of
Nobody.
Geeks and this, they're like, oh my God, yes, finally, this is coming. Like, really? Y'all waiting for this, huh? I don't think I pre-ordered it, but like I say, there's Ghost Rider stands out there. Actually, Cosmic Ghost Rider is somehow Frank Castle, Beckerman. Are you there? Can you help me out on this? I think
Yeah.
he's in some different universe. Frank Castle is Cosmic Ghost Rider, and this is going to entail more of that universe. So, but that's all I got. That's all I got.
All right.
Yeah, Rude, I love you some Rose Best you. Yeah, I know. She's real pretty. Earlsboro Snake, what's up, my friend? Good to see you in the hizzy. All right, so not getting this Cosmic Ghost Rider sold any faster. There's a Ryan Stegman cover. They're not lacking for covers, just in case you're interested. Ryan Stegman has also got a 1 in 100 cover. Good luck getting this one for a good price. And the Raza. Raza's got a tribute. This looks like Ghost Rider 1 looks like. Yeah, Ghost Rider 1 homage kind of a feel to it. The original Ghost
Oh,
Rider.
Top City. Top City's in the house. What up, Crispy?
Uh-oh. And then there's also a virgin cover of said cover. Of card cover, to be redundant. What's up, Crispy? All right. Man, good to see you. Another LCS owner.
Yes,
Cosmic Ghost
I need to
Rider.
go visit him.
Ghost Rider. Are you saying that, and you're going to go, are you picking up that first issue, my friend? Or are you just saying this is just like some silly crap that you wouldn't step on if it was in the middle of the street? I don't know. I mean, I think, I don't know. Every character's probably got their niche. And Cosmic Ghost Rider is no different. Then there's a Jean Jang. Jean Jang has got a pretty badass cover. If I were to buy one, I might consider the Jean Jang cover or the Raza cover, one of those two. And of course, Jang has a Virgin cover also, which is probably an exclusive.
That is nice. Jang Gang.
Jang. And Corey Smith has got this this cover with Howard the Duck on it. That's pretty dope. I like me some Howard the Duck.
I love Howard.
Me too.
I loved that movie when I was a kid.
And Felipe Masafera. Hope I didn't butcher that too much. Has got this
I
cover.
feel like you probably did.
I probably did. I mean, he's wincing in pain from that hack job. Then there's a 1 in 50 Rocher variant. I don't know who Rocher is, but it looks pretty nice. And coming up, speaking of overexposed characters, Spider-Gwen, Shadow Clone. A lot of folks, let's see what Sleepy says here. I read it digitally, but I get a kick out of, I see, okay. So, yeah, it might be worth a look then. If it doesn't take itself too seriously, I may pick it up, just because of that reason. Yeah, so yeah, I wasn't sure. It was like, because you just can't take Cosmic Ghost. I mean, Ghost Rider itself is kind of silly. I mean, come on. This guy was hit on fire riding a motorcycle. You got Cosmic Ghost Rider in space. Okay, so you got to kind of suspend belief a little bit if you're going to be a Howard the Duck fan. Look at Howard the Duck already. A Ghost Rider fan. Yes, I'm looking. I'm stunned at fabric here. Like Darkwing greater than Howard, huh? Wow. Okay. Discuss. There's a topic. Talk amongst yourselves. Wow. And there's Callie. John. Zhang has some awesome fur. Yeah, I know. I know. I like that a lot.
His name is John Jiang, and of course, Cali Comics' name is John.
Yeah.
A very basic name.
Yeah,
Very
truth
biblical name.
that Darkwing Howard team up. It could happen, I suppose. Is it Dynamite with Darkwing now? Dynamite and they do some crossovers.
Darkwing is with Dynamite. What
Mhm.
up, Hooked on Juno? Alaska's
Juno!
in the house.
Hey,
My
glad to see you.
kids were just watching. My kids were just watching Molly from Denali today, which is, I guess, is a show about a kid from Alaska. I was learning
Really?
about Alaska.
Alaska. I don't know, but Alaska. I got a million dad jokes. I'm Mr. Dad Joke. I got a ton of them here. Well, anyway, Shadow Clones, Spider-Gwen.
Lucky Janet.
I know.
Lucky gal.
There's so many. She's oh god, she's a saint of a woman to put up with my bad jokes all the time. So I don't know. I think this dope Inhyuk Lee cover is kind of nice here. I don't know. What are they doing with she used to just be in her own universe and it was more special. But if they overexpose her, they're gonna ruin it. Don't milk the Spider-Verse thing too much.
It's a pretty cover, though.
It is, though. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They draw me in with the covers. And then there's an Ivan Towel, A cover. And then he's got also a B cover. I'm not sure which one I like best.
Pink.
I do, too.
I like the pink.
As Aerosmith would say. Pink is my favorite color. And it's a Kale New also. So there's some pretty dope covers here. This is like, in this universe, apparently, like all the villains are her. Like I think all the heroes were her in the last series. So now, fuck it, flip the script. All the villains are her too by the series. I mean, come on, man. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? You're gonna ruin a good character.
Man,
And
next
then there's
week is really light, huh? Was it just me?
It's kind of light. If not for the multiple covers here, we'd already been done. Kale New's got a virgin cover of the same cover as well. And then, of course, Peach has got a design variant, which it's okay. Not one of my favorites, but I'm a design variant lover. Now, this is just another hollaback. Thanks, Sleepy. I'm sure your daughter rolls her eyes many times at your dad jokes too. I know how that is. I'm used to it. But yeah, I hate this place. I like the first couple of issues of this, and it's still going strong. And it's ended a one story arc. It's starting a new one with this issue here. So I just want to throw some some love its way because it survived. It's back. And it's a pretty good series from Image, again, from the House of Ideas.
It's my favorite. They're my favorite publisher.
Image, indeed. And Spider-Man Unforgiven. This is from Tim Seeley. And it's something to do with the vampires in the Marvel Universe. So you've got my attention. Now, I may pick this up just on a flyer. It depends on if it's a light week next week. If I'm not buying a $50 book next week, okay, great. I may pick this up. But otherwise, but the Tim Seeley thing and the vampire thing kind of draws me in. So I think I might check it out. I am in fact Iron Man. Now this, have you heard about this?
I was just reading it as you were coming up on it.
Oh, okay. Well, good timing. So if I'm reading this correctly, this is just a celebration of the history of Iron Man and just retelling classic stories in a new voice, I suppose, right?
Some untold. Yeah.
Some untold. Oh, from the past even. So now, yeah. Right. They're doing a lot of that stuff
Never
now.
Seen before.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's making too many Iron Man comics for me right now. I love, I think maybe because maybe his interest has waned since Robert RDJ is no longer playing the character. I don't know. I'll probably pick this up just because I'm intrigued by that concept.
I have 3 books on my list next week, which is I never have less than 10, and I have 3 books, so I might as well add this one, make it 4. I can't believe I don't have any books next week.
Oh man, lucky you, man. Save some money. More for Tfal.
That's gonna be crazy. I am gonna save a ton of money next week because I don't have any book. And I'm looking at the list, and there's no ads. Like, there's nothing I want to add just because I have it.
Yes, I mean and I'm clearly not convincing you of anything here. So,
Yeah,
and we're almost done.
I'm actually, I might add Detective Comics just because I might.
It would be a safe bet, I would say. Yeah. So yeah, and yes, and thank you, Orosboro. They read today's post of my autobiographical comic. Indeed. Yes. Oh, hey, Callie, we're in the same boat. Same boat. Exact same boat. That's right. It's the exact same price range. It's like we were at the same store or something.
65 for me today, which was a good. That was a nice cheap day.
It's almost average, yeah. A bit lower than average for you, yeah. Yeah, for me it's about average, but today I went over. All right, so I am Iron Man. I'll probably check it out. Where Monsters Lie, I haven't had a chance to read number 1 yet. I would like to read it soon. Really? You read it?
I'm high. I'm high on this book.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to read it and probably review it and pick up number 2 if you say it's good. Because
I am excited to see what they're going to do with this one. I'm actually really into this one.
Wow. Color me impressed. That's very cool.
Hey, you know the setup, right? I mean, it's just a really interesting setup.
It's just like some place where monsters go on hiatus or something like that. Is that what it is?
It's not necessarily monsters. I guess some of them, but they're just serial killers, and they have this enclave where they all live. And what happens is one of the serial killers brings victims to their enclave, and then they get loose. And
no spoilers.
But some of them get killed, but one of them gets away, and the story goes from there. I mean, that's right at the beginning. You see this.
I know, right?
It's just a really interesting setup, and I'm excited to read the next one. I only have 3 books on my list, and this is definitely one of them.
Wow. Yeah, because usually you're not the indie guy. But if you like an indie book that's not starting with SIKTC, then it's a big deal. Wow,
I like indies. Come on.
I know.
Don't pull my card. Come on.
I am just fucking with you. All right. Fabric, you are my hero. Yes, 33 comics. That's awesome.
That's the dream, man.
That's the dream.
That's me next week, though. How about that?
Nice. And speaking of storing some love, I'm just going to throw some love. Shout out to Eric Larson just because I love him. Eric Larson is an awesome dude. He's been working his ass off making a Savage Dragon for God knows how many years, all while being one of the head guys over at Image Comics. Man, you got number 264. This is a book that he does all by himself every month. Man, respect.
264 issues.
264. Wow. Man, I mean, it's like, him and Todd, man, are doing it. Just cranking out comic books. They're living the dream.
So many issues, yeah.
Yeah. And West of Sundown
how
was
much
back.
is Savage Dragon number 1 is worth? Is it
surprisingly not as much as you would think? I've got a couple of them, I think, but they are terribly undervalued. I don't know why. And I don't know why there hasn't been a property. I think maybe Eric is not a big fan of a lot of the people and what they want to do to his property once they get it. I think he's very particular about what they do to the character. Because there was like a Savage Dragon cartoon back in the 90s, I want to say. But not since.
I kind of want one. I'm adding that to my list. I want a Savage Dragon number 1.
You should get one. But while they're affordable. So Sundown, I'm a little bit behind on it, but I know it's a great story, and it's into this like 3 issues to the second arc already. So I got to catch up on it. But another Tim Seeley book. Tim Seeley is writing and sometimes drawing this wonderful vampire western saga. And Shazam! Number
That's a nice
what?
cover.
It is. Fury of the Gods. Special Shazamily Matters. Talk about dad jokes. And this is a $10 book, too. So that ain't no joke. I don't know if this will be in the budget next week. Looks like old girl over here is dabbing the one across from Mary Marvel by the S in Shazam. She's dabbing through
They got a movie. It's a cool movie cover photo. That's nice.
Oh, for Shazam?
I'm excited for this movie. I really liked the first Shazam. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. That's why I'm pretty surprised that they're not going forward with more of him and Black Adam. I'm a little stunned on that. Yeah. Callie confirms. Yeah, he's super hands-on. Yeah, that explains it. I mean, he would probably hate if they just like took his baby and just turned it into something he didn't like. He's even drawn that since high school, literally, since he's been at the Dragon in high school.
Man, Callie, it really is. At least one cover a week has that flying pose. It's the comic book pose. You gotta have it.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a test of your comic book chops if you can draw that pose. So this is another Cullen Bunn joint, Red Zone. This is a spy thriller, it seems. AWA, 4-issue limited series. I might check this out. I may have already pre-ordered it. I'm not sure, but with Bunn and Diodato drawing it, it'd be worth it. All right, DC RWBY. I'm not going to even pretend that I know what that stands for. Anyone?
Nope.
RWBY. Well, anyway, it's coming out next week, folks, and it's number 1 of said book. So you can tell that I'm a great salesman for it. So buy it.
Yeah, Callie. I feel like Bunn was overextended. He was writing too many books there. Like every week, it felt like he had 2 books coming out. Cullen Bunn.
Yeah, he did get overextended, but maybe he's reeled it back in a little bit now since the whole last book you'll ever read fiasco, which we not speak of again.
Hey, you stuck around on that.
I stuck around.
After 2 issues, I was like, I've seen enough. Yeah.
Is anyone interested in some mature covers for cheap? I got a bunch of them. I bought every one of those suckers in the 12-issue series. However many it went. It felt like 12.
I usually like Cullen Bunn when I can understand him, but I can't always understand him.
Yeah. I mean, but yes, it's a good and bad thing, I guess. Oh, DC or Ruby. So I don't know what the Ruby stands for, though. Or I don't know. That's I'm not sure. Oh, you just say it's pronounced it Ruby. Okay, so what the hell is that? It's probably some anagram for something that neither Callie or myself know what the hell it's about. Skull and Bones. Yeah, I like when they get all like Illuminati. Skull and Bones. This is going to be a thing from Dark Horse. So this is something you might want to check out. It's who's the writer here? It's John Jackson Miller. So I'm not familiar with the creative team, but Illuminati stuff gets me interested. It is a number 1. Number 1s get me interested, and conspiracy theory stuff gets me interested. So we'll see. Being a slow week, I might look into it. Another book, Breath of Shadows, that I think I ordered at number 1 and haven't had a chance to read yet. It could be in my comic shop order that just came today, which came early, and it was like battered and beaten, and man, this like they're dogging the hell out of the boxes now. Like who was at Bruce and Stephanie's Comics? They got like a my comic shop order on their channel, and it was It was like literally like gaping open. It was like just the top, just three sides of the box.
Yeah.
But the books were
You know
still,
what I like?
they packed so well, they were still intact though. That could be a commercial for them,
There must have been a bunch of peanuts in there protecting it. Is that what
Nope,
it was?
0 peanuts. Their shit would have been fucked if it was peanuts in there. There'd been peanuts everywhere, and they would have got a body bag with no books in it saying, "You're out of luck, sucker." Love, T-Fall.
If you want to trigger Lorenzo, just mention packing peanuts and it's good time.
You're poking me. Yeah. So anyway, this is the team on Sea of Shadows, or in Breath of Shadows, I should say. There was on a different Sea of Sorrows, a book that was pretty well received. So if I read this one, I like it. I haven't read the first one, but if I read the first one, I like it. I may pick this one up. Well, and now it is time, that magic time, folks, for the penultimate book. The penultimate book this evening is Hunt, Kill, Repeat. And this, folks, is something that it might be interesting. You know, I'm not quite sure, but I love the concept. It's Artemis has been done wrong by the other Greek gods and kicked out of Olympus. And now she's coming back with a vengeance. Now she's coming back to kill the rest of the gods, I think. So I like the concept of just, a pissed off demigod or whatever, like, coming back like all Terminator style. Or it's basically a revenge movie mixed with Greek mythology. So yes. Hey, what's up? I didn't even notice Chaos is there. Chaos, stop poking me. Stop poking me.
It'll take time to restore chaos.
Yes. So this guy. And there's the penultimate queen is here for the penultimate book. And Hunt, Kill, Repeat might be something we might want to check out. At least I might want to check it out if you're into like weird concepts and Greek mythology. And also revenge movies. All right. So, yes, as my man, D'Artagnan, one of the Musketeers, baby. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, what up, homie?
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah. All right. The final book, folks, is shout out Darkwing Duck. This is going to be a facsimile of the original Darkwing Duck. Because she's going to ride those coattails of the new series right now. If not now, when, Now is the time to do it. And there's a lot of love for Darkwing Duck. So I can absolutely see it happening.
Or a Marvel?
This is, I want to say, a Disney. The facsimile is Disney, but somehow Dynamite manages to license new stuff. Yeah. So maybe Disney still owns this license for that run. And, oh, God. All right. Well, I think, I might pick this up. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a big Darkwing Duck fan, but I'm a big facsimile fan. So, what the hell? We'll see.
How could you be a fan of facsimiles? It is a Dynamite book, by the way.
I am. I got this entire box right here. It's full of facsimiles. I got nothing. And I'm going to need another box very soon. So I got lots of facsimiles, man. I mean, geez, I got some that I've had for years, like some those Marvel milestones and those things. Even those dollar Marvel books and those other reprints and those kind of things. Hey, it's a good way to read the book without having to spend the money on it. Yeah.
Fabric is hype. He bought 3 Darkwing books this week. He'll be buying 1 next week, the facsimile. And that facsimile, I don't know if you heard, it is a Dynamite book.
Is that right? Okay, I did not hear that. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Dynamite got all the full rights then. Yeah, I told you, they got loot. They they're not hurting for cash. I don't know, but man, they're trying to get more stuff in their stable rather than just licensed stuff as well. There's some original material coming from them, so I think it's a great score for them and Bueller to team up. I think it's going to be something
I'm rooting for them.
Look forward to. Me too. Absolutely.
I'm cheering for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got, folks. We finished on time here with time to spare. I mean, wow, that's just something to be applauded. It rarely happens. It rarely happens.
Chat was lit this week as always. Shout out to all the homies that came through today. We had Damien here. We had James. We had Phil come through. Truth and Faith. Of course, the lovely Miss Janet's here every week.
Every week.
We had Fabric. We had Beckerman. We got D'Artagnan.
Callie.
We got Rude. We had John Callie Comics, the homie. Shout out to everybody in the chat. It was lit this week. Always enjoy checking y'all out. Oh, Ours Burl Steak.
Ours Burl.
Here.
The steak too. It sounds tasty.
Top City was in the house. Crispy Simmons. Topeka was here. So yeah, man. Always love seeing the chat. It's one of the best things of this thing every week, man. Thanks
look who it is. Look at it. Curfew shout out rain tonight. It's Willie. He made it. He made it. I know. You know.
Willie, you know what time it is, bro. You on that CPT? What's up, bro?
Like Joan. Like you ever seen The Light of Day with Joan Jett? You know, at the last minute she arrives on stage, you give her a guitar, and she goes up and starts jamming. Yay, Willie's here. We can start the show now. That's awesome. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Willie. That's my guy.
Thanks for making it. And thanks for all you guys for stopping by. Be sure to support Surcam's channel where he's doing these great reviews now. The latest one with Pocan Joe about it's a serious subject about a really good book. About Junkyard Joe. Oh, speaking of which, oh my God! Look here!
We got everybody's sneaking in before the end.
Hey, good to see you. Oh yeah. So check out Surcam's channel. Check him out on Instagram where he's very active, and even I'm active on there now. I'm starting to get more active.
Yay,
and also,
fine. I've been begging for a year and a half, and we're all.
I know. I'm finally doing it, and I'm going to be promoting my store out here too, like so.
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that I call CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
Yes, sir, Bob. Yes, hey, and that's all I have to say about that. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. We'll see you next new comic book day. In between, we'll have videos dropping, so be sure to check those out too. So, man, it's great to see everyone, and peace and love, and I'll see you next week.
Peace.